She was a champion that fought for the rights of her beloved community here in Crotona Park. Now 178th Street and Mapes Avenue bears the name Heidi Hynes Way, just steps from the Mary Mitchell Family and Youth Center, an organization the Kansas native ran for over a decade thanks to City Council member Rafael Salamanca.
She empowered adolescents. She had martial art classes to teach kids in the community how to properly defend themselves. She had programs on healthy eating, and she was here for over 25 years.
What day is the revolution? This was the question my mom, Heidi, liked to ask. She asked me, my dad, or just herself. It meant that she was in the zone. She was using her powers for good, as she liked to call it.
Also there to pay tribute, her surviving family. Brian Hynes, her husband, with her daughter Freida at the microphone, talked about her mother's passion for a community she spent the majority of her adult years working in after graduating from Fordham University, and where she spent the last years of her life serving as executive director until the time of her death, November of 2019, of colon cancer.
I think it's such an honor because my mom to me was such an amazing person and someone who I will never forget. But now seeing this, it's how many people, hundreds, you don't even know, thousands of people could drive by here and someone could tell them who she was. That to me is powerful.
Leaders like Congressman Ritchie Torres and State Senator Gustavo Rivera remembered her tenacity and fearlessness when it came to securing public funding for programs to benefit those living here.
She was always honest. She was always forthright. She was always someone that defined what it is to be a community person. I loved Heidi. She taught me so much about what it means to be committed to the people that are around you.
When I think of Heidi Hynes, what comes to mind is selflessness. Every time Heidi Hynes spoke with me, she never spoke about herself. She spoke about the people she represented. She spoke about the young people whose lives she lifted. She led a life in service to others, in service to the Bronx.
She pushed, she fought, and she did everything she could to make sure that the kids in the community are always taken care of.
She was very committed to her work, which here at the Mary Mitchell Center was supporting a center that's dedicated to expanding opportunities and building community and developing leadership in the Bronx.
And Aleyna Rodriguez, now the center's new executive director, is an example of that.
Heidi Hynes was my mentor. Just being able to come out now on our own corner and see her name here is just a reminder of why we get up every day to continue to fight for this community.
Something Rodriguez says is a way to honor her legacy. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Mukoko.